when other things, hold up, in perspective of others, conscious and sentient beings, there is purpose, but only within that small community. And
But that's
the
see,
goal is
that's
to
right
make
there. You just
purpose.
stop right there. That's not the game, though, right? Because we're playing the philosopher game. We're talking about what the truth is. I mean, we're seeking knowledge. We're seeking understanding. We're not seeking a fairy tale. We're not seeking a how to live more comfortably and happier. That's we're not talking about um, feeling better or feeling good. We're talking about what's the truth of our circumstance and what's the most constructive way to get human beings to behave in the future in the most constructive way. I mean, the futures could be a big giant pile of welfare. There's a whole bunch of sentience dependent on us. I mean, we're going to build a bridge the future has to walk on. And so there's a huge potential there of value at risk. So my argument is we can't squander the opportunity to build a good bridge, to learn our architecture and to make it right, to be happy. I mean, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about self-fulfillment or self-actualization. I'm talking about the fucking truth and the economics of human action. We have to produce action in human beings that will create a better future. And how do you do that? How do you get people to behave better? And I'm arguing that you're not going to do it by making them comfortable. You're going to do it by making them uncomfortable.
Terrorism.
Oh,
Well,
jeez. Do you have to fuck every conversation with something stupid like that? I mean, obviously that's,
That'll make them
terrorism
uncomfortable, won't it?
required. That's like slavery. Slavery's really productive, old hacks. Okay, it's really, really, really fucking productive. But it's too high a price to pay for that productivity. That would be the concession. And any rational person is going to sit there and look at terrorism and say, well, if this is what you have to do to win, then winning's not worth it.
Well, George Washington was a terrorist against the British Army,
Well,
though.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Was he or was he not? He was an insurgent.
Isn't slavery free?
I'm not going to argue with you. We're not in George Washington's circumstance, okay? The enemy is not the fucking goddamn British. The enemy is your goddamn neighbor.
Yeah, George Washington said that in his farewell address. He said, enemies within and without. George Washington, greatest terrorist that ever lived.
George Washington was a fucking failure. Let's not even get into this crap, okay? I mean, we would have lost the revolution if it was dependent on George fucking Washington, okay?
Man, you're full of shit. George Washington was a
yeah,
god.
right. No, yeah, right. The 40,000 French mercenaries that fought the war competently, they have nothing to do with the victory. No, Benjamin Franklin was the fucking man. He went over to France and he talked those fuckers into bankrupting their country, okay, to win our revolution. And they did go bankrupt.
I guess the part for me that I have trouble letting go of when it comes to this type of philosophy is that idea of personal satisfaction. I look at it and I see this tidal wave of stupidity, and I realize that no matter how many subscribers I have, no matter how many times I do one of these chat rooms, that it's going to be like throwing a pebble at the fucking tidal wave. So with the limited time that I have left, shouldn't I seek some of that cheese, get a little nibble of it for myself before I choke on my own vomit?
That's the trick, though. That's what they're fooling
Yeah,
you into
that's
believing.
the question. Yeah, that's the question, though. Really, I mean, yeah, I don't discount your argument, because there is a bet here. There's a wager, and we're betting on an end result. And what's worth it. So we're going to spend like $1 on a 6 million chance and $10,000 on a one in a gazillion chance, but the prizes are so much different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the prize of your little individual satisfaction certainly is important, but obviously, if you can do the Jesus thing, if you could, have yourself eaten by a million little cockroaches, but by doing that you cured cancer. I mean, God damn it, the economics is there. You can't deny the economics, and you'd have to say, okay, I can't say yes, but I'm saying yes. Go ahead, bring on the cockroaches, because yeah, I got to do the right thing. I got to jump on that fucking grenade because that's too good a fucking grenade. So, yeah, I just don't know. I don't have that answer. It all could be. Yes, it looks very futile. It looks like a 1,000,000 to 1 lottery. And those are always pretty stupid, right? I mean, it's pretty dumb to buy lottery tickets. So I can't argue that you're not right. But to me, it's just so valuable, a payoff. The payoff is so big. I mean, it's like you get to own the whole universe if you win the lottery. You know what I mean? I mean, you get the whole fucking universe. It's such a big payoff that, yeah, you gotta risk it.
I'm going to answer Rami real quick in the comments. He's saying that every time he hears me speak, I talk about people being stupid, and he asks if it's my fallback. Yeah, I guess stupidity is my consumption and reproduction. Stupidity is the thing that hangs.
That's your dogma.
Yeah, that's my thing. that is my fallback. You nailed me there. I look at generational stupidity, people handing stupidity down to their children, like some sort of congenital disorder, and that to me is the fulcrum upon which rests all of our fucking problems. So yeah, that's my sticking point, is stupidity.
Probably is genetic.
It may be an unintelligent thing to say, but it's a sticking point for me. I look around, even if we just boil it down to the United States of America and the amount of information that we have available to us, there's no fucking excuse to be a retard, okay? And yet most people still are, okay? I can't figure out a way around that in my mind. So you got me. You nailed me. Yes, it is a sticking point with me. It's my thing.
Yeah, when you consider too, like how much information is so easily accessible. I mean, you can learn a lot watching a fucking Bugs Bunny cartoons or something. I was thinking about that today. I was thinking about, the Flintstones, the different things that when I grew up, these things sort of helped me develop ideas and concepts about life that I hadn't experienced yet. You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, you're seeing the world where you don't live in it. You know what I mean? You're living in the kid world, but you don't live in that adult world. And these, like TV and other things, were the only way you got to learn about what the adult world was, in a way. And anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just saying there was so much out there. I mean, Dr. Seuss books. I mean, little bits of things that just huge. Horton Hears a Who. I mean, you read the fucking book, and you understand a whole giant concept. Really important one. I mean, A Christmas Carol, was it one of the, just a simple, stupid little story, but to me that was perfect. I mean, that was like, yeah, okay. And the two evils are ignorance and want. And, I mean, it was just a beautiful metaphor for so much about what it is to be a living fucking human on this fucking planet. The whole idea of regret, the whole idea of not, trying to avoid being, wasting your life on this avarice crap and all. I mean, there's so, well, anyway, yeah, so I agree with you. Like, there's no excuse for people to be dumb fucktards.
And Rami, just to let you know, you don't have to, like you said, you saw the video I did with the Amazing Atheist, and you said that what distinguishes me is that I'm not a moron, and then I said that the South should be destroyed. You don't have to. I mean, honestly, do you really think I genuinely meant that I felt that we should nuke the South? I was being cynical. I was making a joke. I don't actually think that the South should drop into the fucking ocean. You don't have to go to that disingenuous place to nail me. You nailed me. You're right. Stupidity is my sticking point. It's my way of pointing the finger at other people and blaming them for the problem. You're absolutely right. You don't have to go to that place. You had me at hello.
Yeah, but really, realistically, it wouldn't be too bad if we lost about 15 or 20 states in a big giant sinkhole. I mean, I wouldn't be horribly disappointed if I read that in the paper tomorrow. Oh, Louisiana and Mississippi and Georgia, oh, they fell into a big sinkhole and they're gone forever. Oh, pity, pity. I really wouldn't weep. I mean, I'd say, okay, damn, we lost some cute chicks. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Game on now. We could actually be a civilization now.
Anti-self says if I'd start calling people victims instead of morons, I'd get a better response, and that's the sad thing. He's right. Yeah, he's probably right. I'd probably...
Wait. Paul, hold on a second. Gary, you're for the extermination of mankind, but you're not for terrorism? What are you saying? It's just black or white, kill them all, or don't kill any of them?
Get to pick.
Yes, don't kill them for some educational purpose. All right. Yes, that like it's that stupid Punisher movie. I mean, in the end, the guy's making some kind of speech about the difference between revenge and punishment. Well, if your punishment is the death penalty, then it's because there's no point in punishing without reclamation.
Do you want to get revenge?
Okay.
Do you want to get revenge?
Who gets to
No,
decide
I'm
that?
not interested in revenge. That's the whole fucking point. No, I'm interested in fixing the problem, and so I just don't think terrorism's going to do that. So until you can make the argument that demonstrates to me how terrorism is a solution, okay, but you haven't done that.
Where's the line drawn between terrorism and just being aggressive?
What?
Killing, I'm going to guess.
What are you talking about?
Well, it doesn't matter. Look, let's not get into a conversation about some kind
You're
of
the one
weird
talking about
ideology.
exterminating the fucking mankind entirely. I can't talk about firebombing McDonald's. Are you kidding me?
Firebombing McDonald's. Again, I mean, how is this going to solve any of our problems? I mean, I think it would just do the opposite. People would create shrines to McDonald victims, and now McDonald's would be the holy grail. All right, and we'll have a government-subsidized McDonald's.
McDonald's will fall into the sinkhole too, though, if the entire...
Yeah, well, my argument is that there are, like Paul's saying, that some of this ignorance is inherited. Okay, people are teaching their kids how to be morons, and there is a practical reality that you could do some weeding on planet Earth. You could take like 5% of the planet, and you could take that worst 5% and get rid of those people, and we would be better off. We would be closer to achieving real civilization without these liabilities, without this lodestone of ignorance and stupidity that we're dragging around.
Well, isn't that stupidity culminating around McDonald's, though?
No, whatever. I don't know what McDonald's has to do with this.
It's
but
stupid,
whatever.
and the majority of people go there. So,
It's not McDonald's.
you want to get...
specifically, it's
Shut the
idea.
fuck up.
Hey, you shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
well, I don't think McDonald's has anything to do with something more important like Google or some other mechanism where that has something to do with the real infrastructure, our real exercise of our real rights in this country. So I guess McDonald's is a voluntarily, I mean, I'm opposed, I'm a vegetarian, all that shit, so I mean, obviously it's stupid to me, but, you know, it doesn't stop me from exercising my rights.
I'm talking about the big picture. You get the majority of people's attention, and you do it in a way that is actually meaningful, and, you know, change will come.
Well, whatever. I just think that Charlie Manson
Well, you know
crap
his
is
name.
just that crap.
Don't you?
You gotta come up with a lot better target. Yeah, you know his name, and his name is Fail. All over the
No,
fucking goddamn
It's as popular
place.
as fucking Jesus.
Yes. Oh, really? Oh, just shut up. Please, old hacks, just shut the fuck up. Popular as
Can we
Jesus.
stop saying McDonald's and start calling it Walmart? Would that make people happier?
Well, it would have
That
more
make me
to do
happier.
with something connected to real world